Hey everybody! Welcome back. Northernlion, Slay the Spire. Lost pretty badly on the last round. I'm not going to blame it on the cards we got. I think what I did is I made a mistake. I focused way too much on having to rest. I mean, I didn't rest that one time when I should have rested. And, yeah, I upped my strength instead, which was probably not a smart play. And we ended up just starving ourselves. We had no card upgrades, and I think we just slowly got beaten down by the game. But we're going to have a little bit of a smoother start, at least today, playing as the Ironclad again. At least, there's 51 levels in the early access version of the game as it stands right now. I at least want to get a couple of wins. One with each character. Alright, transform a card, max HP plus 8, or lose 8 max HP, transform 2 cards. Let's start with a card transformation. Let's transform a block into something better. No. If we only have 4 blocks, let's transform a strike into something better so we stay balanced. 4/4 plus... I mean, right now we're 6 and 4 because the bash is also an attack, but let's transform a regular old strike into something better. 3, 2, 1, click! Headbutt. Deal 9 damage, place a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. So that's like a... essentially, what's the word when you bring something back from your graveyard in Magic? I don't remember. Fetch? It's a fetch, sort of? We will leave, and I'm relatively happy with that. So we have a shop and a camp along this route, and we're not forced into fighting an elite as long as we go for the shop. A lot of question marks, some elites. I think we want to stay on the right side of the left here, if that makes sense. So we got combat, question, shop, and either rest or elite, depending on how things go. Probably elite rest if we can afford it. A failure to plan is a plan to fail. Remember that. Alright, we got a little Tomo buddy here. It's our Jaw Worm. He's going to hit for 11. Remember, we heal for 8s. No, we heal for 6 after each combat. So I think we'll just start with defend, strike. I don't mind taking up to 6 damage, but if we can minimize the amount of damage we take, beyond that, I'm happy with it. Okay, he's doing nothing this turn. Or just buffing, rather. Let's deal 9 damage. And then we'll take bash back, and we'll use... Oh, it's on the draw pile. That's right. Okay, my mistake. Well, we'll do strike. And this guy's probably good to go on the next turn, because we're going to have a bash available. All we need is a bash. Oh, but he got armor out of it as well, and he has strength. So we might want to defend... Strike, you know, as long as we can do this, essentially, like, we win, slowly but surely. As long as he can never deal damage to us. Oh my god. He's gonna do 14 damage? Are you out of your mind? We can still block twice, so we'll take 4 damage. Headbutt him, and we'll place Bash on top here again, because it does do the most damage, and we only need 2 attacks to hit him, so... We still have 1 HP to work with here, but I think we're probably just gonna kill him. Like so. Let's do the math here. It's gonna do 6 damage plus 25, so it should actually do 7 or 8. Alright, I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. Add a card. Gain 2 energy. Okay, well it is energy then. Gain 2 energy. Exhaust. I do like anger, honestly. Armaments, I think, is a little overrated. It is a strictly better version of block, but if we get apotheosis, we don't need this. Like, it becomes just a defend card. So I think it gets outclassed pretty quickly. Anger, I like and I understand, especially if we can get card draw to go along with it. So let's take anger. I think that card's fine. But my card evaluation skill not necessarily great, considering this is like the 4th run I've ever done. A gremlin is madly shuffling cards on a table. This monster seems to be a harmless one. You approach him out of curiosity. 12 cards! Match them to keep them. 5 tries, no do-overs. Are you ready? Let's start. Okay. Berserk, bash. Gotcha. Inflame. I like it. Panacea and clumsy. Bash, berserk, bash. Let's go. Perfected strike. Okay, so it ends up just being a random guess. Nah, still, 2 cards for free. You completed the Gremlins game and look up. He disappeared? I'm okay with this. We got some cards that I'm content with. Like Inflame gives us strength. We're going to take 7 damage. In that case, I think I would rather... let's apply vulnerable, so maybe we can kill him next turn. Even though the strength bonus might have been nice. He's going to do 12 damage. My god. Well, we're going to take another 7. Let's do 0. Defend. Headbutt, and then we can put Anger back on top and put another copy in our deck as soon as possible, then strike him down, and he'll become more powerful than we could ever conceivably imagine. Just not getting the defend draws that we need here, probably because we continue to add more things that are not defend into our economy. So he's actually super dead. We're still 8 HP off of where we want to be. Apply 6 poison is really good because that's 11, 15... plus another 6 is 21 damage. Clash. Can only be played if every other card in your hand is an attack. Deal 14 damage for 0. I mean, that seems good. Skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill exhausted. I don't like that yet, to be honest. And deal 3... I mean, that's deal 9 damage that you can't target. But it does synergize nicely with... it does synergize nicely with, like, anything that's, like... add 1 damage for every other attack that you've ever done. So, I think we're going to go Clash, though. Because the odds are I can probably just play all of my other cards and then use Clash to deal 14 damage afterwards. I think that might be an okay finisher for us here. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. We've seen this before. I'm going to take max HP plus 5, which also heals us for 5. Doesn't seem that useful, but I'll live with it. And 121 gold is not a whole lot to buy much here, but... Enlightenment. Reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1 this turn. For 0, that's so good, but there's nothing we can do. Rampage for 39 seems good. Add a random colorless card to your hand and then exhaust. It is 0, but gain 2 strength at the end of your turn, lose 2 strength. Draw 2 cards, place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. It's not even a discard, it just means you're getting 1 next time. I mean, I think Rampage is a strictly better attack, or strike rather, so we'll go with that. Gaining 2 strength for 1 turn is good, especially when it costs 0. But we would like to have some card draw to go along with it. For now, I think we're gonna live with it. And we'll proceed. I am a little scared, but we're going to fight the elite enemy in the hopes of getting a relic here. Alright, so they're going to negate 1 debuff. And they're all going to use negative effects on this turn. So this is really our turn, I think. 6 poison again is 21 damage over time. They're all going to negate a debuff, which makes me very upset, but... trying to think. We could use poison to bait it out, or we could use bash to bait it out. Like, what if... oh, okay, let's try bash. That negates that debuff. Then we'll use poison on the front enemy. We'll use anger on the front enemy. We'll use headbutt, which deals another 9 damage. And then we'll place anger back at the top of our deck. We don't want too many angers, I guess. And for a fight that's going to go on a lot longer, this might be... oh man, we're going to get so many wounds. For a fight that might go on for quite some time, we're going to maybe run into the problem of having too much anger, but at least it's something. So we're only going to deal 4 damage. These guys are going to attack, so we're going to... I think make sure this guy gets killed, and then this card becomes even better. So you're not even going to get to attack. We'll use anger again to hit you, and then we'll use 2 defense, and we'll take 6 damage overall. And we didn't get any extra wounds, which is very nice. We'd probably want to use strength on this. I mean, it's 0, so we might as well. And then I think we would probably just want to strike. If we bash, it deals 10 and applies 2 vulnerable. But it costs us the use of 1 extra strike. I would rather, I think, use, like, gain this so we get 2 strength permanently. And then just try to... I know we're going to get hit here. But that's okay because a rest is coming up. So I think there's 6... No, there might be 8 wound cards. Can only be played if every other card in your hand is an attack. So we can do this. What we'll do is defend, and then we can use Clash to deal 16 damage, kill that unit dead, use Anger. We're still going to take another 8, but we did... Oh, no, we're going to take -2, because we used 2 defense. That's correct. That worked out really well, actually. This one, not so well. We got 3 wounds, so we can't do much about that. It's all worth it if we get a decent relic out of it. Wow, this is unfortunate. Anyway, this guy's gonna die next turn in all likelihood. I'd say it's a pretty good encounter for our first elite enemy encounter. You get destroyed, we still have 60 HP, 66. Matrushka, the next 2 chests you open contain 2 relics and a strength potion. I understand Clash, I think. I think Clash actually has some good synergy for us here. We're going to go for an upgraded card, I think. And, you know, Anger's good. Gain 4 strength, lose 4 strength. I don't think it's good enough. Deal 18 damage is also really good. Making Rampage get better faster, I think, is great. It's kind of tough, but... I mean, we could do, like, some very simple math on it, almost. Anger dealing 6 damage without any extra card draw is probably worth less than Rampage. You only need to play Rampage, like, a couple of times. But then this... In fact, if you play it once, you probably gain more damage than you'll get out of the Anger damage bonus. But this applying to every single copy of Anger seems to still make it maybe a class above the rest, but we'll see. Alright, so we have another bit of combat, then we have a chest. Each chest will have 2 relics for now, though, which is very positive for us. You are going to deal 10 damage, but you might actually just... You're going to be dead, or you're going to be close to dead. In fact, we should think about this. 31, 14, so you're going to be at 17, 666. Wow, dude, double Clash draw right at the start? Sign me up. I thought we would have to use our strength potion. That also allowed us to heal, which is really nice. I actually think Clash... I mean, I know you're looking at Severed Soul, and you're going... You know, you play this, deal 16 damage, then every other Clash works for you. But I think we should just keep drawing Clashes, even though Shrug It Off can also be good. And we need some extra blocks. We're so attack-focused right now. At the start of boss combats, heal 25. That could save us from using a rest before a boss fight, which means we could upgrade another card. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. That seems fantastic, plus the magic number as far as gold goes. And we have 143 gold. I would like to pick up some defensive cards. Every time you play 5 cards, deal 10 damage to all enemies. Seems glorious. Can't afford any of the relics. I think we'll go for armaments, because it's a block. And maybe Warcry for some extra card draw. And we're definitely... I think we're set for combat. Like, I would like to do more combat for the time being. Alright, Acid Slime. What are you starting with here? A debuff. He's taken 3 damage from our relic. If every card in your hand is an attack... Deal 14 damage. So let's gain 2 strength. Oh my god, this synergy is outrageous. Flex. Gain 2 strength at the end of your turn to lose 2 strength. So we've gotten rid of everything that's not an attack. So Anger now does 10 damage. Bash. Wait, we might as well do 18 damage from Clash right away. Dude's gonna get interrupted right off the bat and have vulnerable. So he's probably... I mean, he's gonna split. But the damage output is ridiculous here. We have 2 Clashes, man. So we'll gain 5 block. Clash. Clash. Well, just want to see, is there any way we could... I don't know if we can get a kill. 11, 8, 16. No, we definitely can. I'm stupid. It doesn't matter, but sure, put a clash up there. Alright, we are just outrageously strong now. At least in terms of our offense. This turn, your next attack is played twice. Gain 5 block, deal 5 damage. I mean, that's like a strictly better defend as well, which we could use. Deal 12 damage, apply 2 weak. But a double tap on something like Clash seems like an amazing synergy. And really, right now, the best defense is a good offense. On death applies vulnerable to you for 2 turns. So we already, I don't know, use the 0 mana skill, so our strength comes way up. We only have 3 power, or 3 energy in our hand. This is actually so good. Let's do math real quick. Now I'm realistically thinking we can't quite get the kills I want here. How much damage do we have total? 16 plus 26. Yeah, mathematically we can't get there. It would be better for us to not kill... No, we probably wouldn't, now that I think about it, because we have no blocks. I'm overthinking it now and getting myself into trouble. We might be able, if we use Bash, to get enough. But it would require 8 to actually deal 13 damage. I think we're just going to do it like this. It does make us vulnerable, but so be it. Oh, we could have used our strength potion, and definitely we wouldn't have taken any damage. Instead, we're going to end up leaving this 1 HP shorter than when we came into it. And, I mean, you're just actually dead, so, like... But look at the Clash synergy, man. That's out of control. Spot weakness. If an enemy intends to attack, gain 3 strength. At the end of your turn, lose 1 HP and deal 4 damage to all enemies. I don't really like that. I like to have more control over my HP. I mean, gaining 3 strength is pretty good. I'll take it. Enemies intend to attack a lot, so we'll smith an upgraded card. I really feel like we might... We have 3 clashes, though. Do we really want to upgrade a clash? Oh, I clicked off the screen now. Maybe, maybe not. I'm looking for something that maybe... Next 2 attacks are played twice. That could be great. Sure, let's try that out. Even though we've never seen that card. We have another upgrade opportunity coming up as well. Hey, what's wrong with you? You come across a dead adventurer on the floor. His pants have been stolen. Also, he looks to have been eviscerated and chopped by giant claws. Though his possessions are still intact, you're in no mind to find out what happened here. Find loot and 1/4 chance that the monster returns. We found a relic. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. Well, the truth is I want to fight a monster, so please. While searching the adventurer, you are caught off guard. Still, we get to draw 2 more cards at the start of every battle. He's going to use a negative effect. So, this turn, we definitely want to use powers. So we want spot weakness. Oh, but it's not a power. So this actually does nothing for us right now. Applying vulnerable might be good. No. Okay, here's what you do. Rampage. Do we want to do card draw first? Draw 2 cards? Nah, we have too many cards already. Just put this in the discard pile for now. Okay, so we're going to use Rampage. Then we're going to use a Headbutt, which will also allow us to put Rampage back on the top of our deck so we can get that damage right off the bat on the next one. And then we will use a Strike. We don't want to use Warcry because we don't have the energy to play the cards we would have gotten. Regardless, Siphon Soul. Dexterity down and Strength down. What are you doing now? 18 damage. That's a bummer. We'll use Flex, of course. And then I think we're kind of in like Defend... Rampage, Strike. But yeah, he's gonna hit pretty hard. We might have to rest before the boss fight, but remember, we do heal 25 before every boss encounter. So we're still above 0. He's going to hit for 18 again, but oh my god, look at this. This turn, your next 2 attacks are played twice. Clash. Clash. Wow. That's... He's not dead! Our strength was so low, I got overly cocky. Okay. Hemokinesis. Lose 3 HP, deal 14 damage. Enemy loses 2 strength and then exhausts. Deal 12 damage, can be upgraded any number of times. So it kind of sucks at first. This seems like it's too hard to enable this, I think. Hemokinesis, I know HP is a resource, but I really don't want to lose it. I'd rather just, I mean, Clash does this for 0 most of the time, so sure. Enemy loses 2 strength. Could help us out. Because we heal before every boss fight, we should smith, and, you know, we are using our power in flame as often as possible, but I think you gotta upgrade Clash. Even if we have 3 of them. Alright. Let's do this. What are you? Hexaghost. We don't know what you're gonna do yet. And we can't actually use Clash properly here. So... I think we'll use our power. Yeah, it's not an attack. We definitely can't. Let's apply some vulnerable then, so we can hurt you next time. What are you doing? You got 6 lanterns around you. You're going to do 48 damage this turn. This is gonna hurt. Let's pop some strength. I think we're gonna need it for this fight. So do we want to use... We need to use spot weakness to use Clash. So it would be like defend. Spot weakness. So our strength is way up. Would then headbutt. Deal 18 damage. We would probably put a Clash, because it's 0 mana back at the top. 0 energy, I should say. And then we'll Clash for 23. I wouldn't say we're a glass cannon, but that's kind of the way the build is looking right now. I mean, we lost half of our HP in one go there, but he was fully charged up, so I'm relatively not upset. So, we'll flex, we'll defend, we'll disarm, and then we'll Clash for a ton of damage, and then we'll Clash for a ton of damage. And we aren't going to take any damage this turn, which is nice. We're very, like, undefensively focused. No clashes this time. This turn, your next 2 attacks are played twice. So I think we'd like to double tap, Rampage, which is going to be 34 damage, and then Anger, which is going to be 30 damage, and it'll copy 2 more Angers. And then we can strike anyway. Okay, so this guy's probably dead next turn. And that was, like, record time for a first floor. Like, we are... He's starting to get charged up again, but we are just balling out of control here. You're straight up literally dead. Okay. Regen potion. Then Barricade. Block no longer expires at the end of your turn, but that costs us a whole turn to set up. Lose 5 HP, gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards, exhaust. If your HP is at or below 50%, gain energy at the end of every turn. I just worry that this isn't gonna be that useful, because we can't always enable it. But getting 4 energy per turn when you're low HP is probably great. But I think I'll go for 0, even though... Oh, excuse me. This costs us to lose energy. Lose HP. The effect is... Pardon me. Very nice. 0 energy means we can use it and still have Clash available. And we don't have to use it. So it's different than having a relic that forces us to lose HP to deal damage. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Start combats with 2 wounds in your draw pile. When you would die, heal to 50% of your max HP instead. Gain energy at the start of each turn. You can no longer gain gold. I'm okay with having 2 wounds, I think. We got a pretty robust deck. So having 4 energy per turn at the cost of 2 wounds overall is not that bad, I think. Well, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. This is probably the most dominant first floor we've ever had, at least in terms of our speed. For now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Check out Slay the Spire on Steam if you're interested in playing it for yourself. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.